The imposing mountain ridge of Trotternish rises dramatically above the road and coastline, and prominent is the Old Man of Storr, an unusual pillar of rock some 160 feet high. Indeed, the name Staffin is taken from the Norse word for pillar. This is a wild and serene windswept landscape, which affords majestic views over the Isles of Raasay and Rona and beyond to the Applecross Peninsula on the mainland. Skye is the largest of the Western Isles, the most northerly of the Inner Hebrides, arrestingly beautiful and justly world famous. Skylight candles, inspired by this dramatic landscape, produce a range of handmade candles, some scented with heather. Visit the home of this cottage industry here in Staffin. The famous Quirang towers overhead, and an amazing single-track road passes right over the hills to Uig. The pier and ferry terminal to the Western Isles dominates this village. King Edward VII officially opened it in 1902. At the pier is Uig Pottery, a family-run business established here in 1992. They throw a range of handmade pottery for everyday use that is both functional and unique, using decorations inspired by land and seascapes of Skye. They also make quaichs and a selection of pots with embossed Celtic knotwork. Uig witnessed a terrible and fatal storm in 1877 that washed away many of the houses and even the graveyard, leaving the bay strewn with coffins. From Uig, head to Borv and then on towards Dunvegan. Dunvegan is best known for its famous castle, which dates back in parts to the 9th century. The MacLeods have lived here for over 700 years. The castle contains many rare artefacts, the most famous being the fairy flag, gifted by the fairy wife of the 4th chief of the clan as she was summoned back to her homeland. At the fairy bridge, she rose above the chief and their son and dropped the silk flag, asking them to keep the flag and unfurl it in a crisis. It would save the family twice, but woe if it is ever opened a third time. It has been opened twice and saved the clan, the last time in 1578. Waternish begins with the fairy bridge and enjoys the panorama of Loch Bay and beyond to the Western Isles. Below lies the little fishing village of Steen, originally designed by Thomas Telford. A few miles on at Carnach is the Skye Shillister shop. Shillister is the Gaelic word for the flag iris, whose roots are used as a dyestuff. This is a wonderfully colourful shop that stocks naturally dyed and local yarns, as well as their own designer garments and knit kits. Visit the Dye House exhibition and Dye Garden to see the plants used historically.